and welcome back to the International Builders Show in the SRS booth. My name is Heidi Ellsworth, and this is the SRS soundstage from the coffee shops right here in this very cool garage. And we are meeting so many great people and finding so many cool new products. And one of them is Niles with EDCO. I'm so excited to have you on the soundstage. Welcome.
Thanks for having us. We have a lot of fun things to discuss.
You do. I've already been like, wow, this is so awesome. And so I'm excited to kind of go through them. But let's start with an introduction. If you could introduce yourself and tell us about your company.
Very good. Niles Hickman with EDCO Products. We're out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're an 80-year company. I'm the Director of Product Innovation, and we do everything. So we source raw steel and aluminum coils from the domestic mills here in the U.S., and then we take it through our paint lines, roll forming, stamping. We do everything to bring the finished product to market, which that vertical integration really holds our quality standard second to none.
Yeah, I mean, this is really cool stuff that we're going to show, but I want to, before we show this, I do want to talk about the growth of metal. We have seen how, I mean, metal is just on the rise already. In fact, in roofing, they're already saying 20% of roofing is now metal roofing, and that's growing residentially. And with everything that's going on with the storms, with regulations, with building codes, metal is just kind of the belle of the ball right now.
Next step up in durability, for sure.
Yes.
So, you know, we're seeing that even outside of our industry, right? I mean, as products get more and more expensive to manufacture and install, labor shortages, you know, really there's just a push to do it better the first time.
Right.
And so not feeding back into that cyclical nature of products that maybe have a shorter lifespan. Really, EDCO shines by having that lifetime product opportunity. I will say, I call it second to none warranty. So if a homeowner hires a contractor and they spend $50,000 to put a new siding or a new roofing package on their home, they then register that warranty with EDCO, and we stand behind the entirety of the $50,000. So material and labor.
Wow.
And
Okay.
we want to keep the contractor involved. If in the event there was a manufactured defect from us, that $50,000 would come into effect, and we would want to work with that contractor to get that homeowner back whole.
That's awesome. That's great. You just don't hear that. You just don't see that at all.
No, and that really ties back to our 80-year lineage. We're third and fourth generation owned. We're the best kept secret coming out of Minnesota. So, yeah,
out of a great state of Minnesota. I love that. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of these products. I have to say, your job has to be the coolest job, because to be able to work on all of this product innovation is fun. And I want to talk about this. If you can show us, this is siding, and it is really cool. Here,
You take one piece, I'll take the other.
Okay.
So. This is our new Perspectives line. We offer it in 4 and 6 inch reveals. So in the shiplap pattern here, we do solid and wood grain colors. These samples have been passed around the show a little bit, so they're a little
beautiful,
but they're still beautiful. I'm going to set down the mic here quick and talk you through a couple
show us how they go
features.
together. Yeah.
So looking at the first panel here, you can see it's the smooth shiplap reveal here, but we have something unique here. We built in ventilation into the top and bottom lock of the panel, and that actually creates a hidden vent rain screen when used as siding. This product can be installed horizontally, diagonally, or vertically. When vertical, we have what we call a smooth seam feature, and so here I'll play so on the right hand side of every panel there's a stamped end and the left side is not, and so when those panels overlap, especially vertically, they can create what we call smooth seam, to where that seam literally disappears and you no longer need a flashing in between each course as you go vertical. So multi-story commercial buildings, it's a very impressive feature to have. Even when it's horizontal, not having your eye catch those seams makes it look as the smooth seam we call it. And so no additional flashing needed behind. Another feature is where this foot drops down in. It is a top-down panel. So if I have a course installed and I drop the next course onto it, I can create a tight gap between, or there's a second position where I can raise it up and it will click into a nickel gap. And so having a 6 inch or a 4 inch reveal tight or nickel gap, you can create a lot of different aesthetics all with the same product. Now, something that even makes this beyond unique is not only a siding and a rain screen, but you can turn it this way and it can be a hidden vent soffit.
I love that.
So that ventilation can literally disappear with the overlap of the shiplap product, and next thing you know, you're looking at a hidden vent soffit that you can't see that there's ventilation there, and you still have the beauty of no maintenance. You have a beautiful wood grain. This is a new proprietary technology to us. The real grain comes out of the box and onto the wall with up to 64 different wood grain patterns, all on the same product.
We know on Metal Coffee Shop how popular this is. This print, and to be able to have it right out of the box and to have it that wood grain, it's huge. But you know what I love too is the fact that you aren't having to get other special parts for that hidden soffit. Everything's going to match and look so great. I love it. Let's talk just a little bit about what's going on out there in the market right now with fire, because I look at this and I just think, okay, this is what we need on the West Coast with everything we're dealing with our fires and everything like that. What are you seeing on that?
So, I mean, natural disasters as a whole, I mean, here in Florida, it's all about the hurricanes, the winds, the impacts. When we talk about our roofing, you know, it is the creme de la creme. It's the over the 200 mile an hour wind rating,
it's amazing.
The class 4 impact rating, the class A fire rating. Going into the siding, we're getting all that testing finalized now. We will have our Florida cert on all of our sidewall products and soffit products here in the next month or so. The testing's done, so I know we're all good.
There. Yeah.
The now hard part. It's the fun paper trail, but you know, such is life. So
that's cool. Yeah, and then across the country,
across the country, you know, the WUI, the CCRC,
right?
All these different agencies that are, you know, fantastic for the health and safety of building products industry. You know, there's just additional testing, but having a non-combustible, you know, steel product, the testing is a formality.
Yeah.
It will perform. It's just, you know, dot the I's, cross the T's as manufacturers. So.
And it makes sense. It makes sense. I love too when you put together with your roofing. How great is that?
So this is a half panel. This is our slate. We also do a wooden shake imprint. This is a half panel, so this is the whole panel would be 4 foot by 1 foot.
Okay.
And so all of our panels start with we'll call it a solid color. This is our stone, and then the second level up in our manufacturing, we can actually enhance the panel. So you'll see with the enhancement, we get a little different color change, panel to panel or slate to slate. We get some shadowing in the keyways and between the courses, and where your thumb is there on that side, you can see there's a hem. And so there's actually a hem on all 4 sides. So it's a 4-way interlock. We have a clip system. We put clips along the top. I mentioned earlier 5 or 6 clips and how the wind rating changes there. But it is a direct to deck. So there's no needing for a batten system. It's 28 gauge. We still get the class 4 impact rating with being direct to deck. The metal can't deflect that far. And we joke internally, but I'll share the joke with you. We sell pre-dented you know, steel roofing, and so with that, good luck finding a hail stripe, because we've already done the damage.
It's got texture.
But yeah, it's purposeful denting, and in that strain hardens the metal, and that adds a lot of strength and rigidity to it.
You can see it. It looks beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the further you get from it, the more beautiful it looks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it. Wow, that is great. And wind warranty over 200 miles per hour.
Yes, it's performed over 200 with 6 clips screwed into the decking. So, yeah, and then Class A fire rated. You know, the metal itself is non-combustible, but it's about the system. So, you know, you got to use the right underlayments and the right decking. But, yeah, just plywood or OSB with the right underlayment. You're Class A fire rated.
And, fire rated. This is beautiful. Well, we live in the mountains of Oregon. So I'm telling you what, I'm going to be talking to people about this. That is awesome.
We'll be looking for that order.
I know. Good. I like it. Okay.
Absolutely.
Last thing. Let's talk about, you've just got some really cool things here. I'm going to put them up here. Oh, there we go. I'll give you that.
No worries.
And then you can show us. Now, because it's about beautiful products, it's about performing products, but it's also about the accessories and how you put it together, the installation.
Absolutely. So we are truly selling lifetime products, and with that, you want a lifetime securement. And so with all this testing that we're going through as a manufacturer, many of the sidewall or roofing applications are using nails. But since nails don't have the pull-out strength for the wind rating, we truly wanted to take it to the next level and create a proprietary fastening system that not only had higher performance, but made it easier for the installer. And so we actually partnered
I'll
with
hold your
the
microphone so you can show us.
So we actually partnered with the Phillips Screw Company, and we developed the first, engineered for steel siding securement solution.
I love it.
So this is a bit that goes in, and it goes into your either drill or your impact. And here's the proprietary red screw for our siding. We're going to make a black one for roofing, so we know color codes. But essentially, it's a friction fit, and so. This is a mock-up of what the bit looks like inside here, but a little larger version. It looks similar to like a Torx, but it's a little different. They call it hex sticks, and so that's a patented technology in that when the screw gets mated with the bit and their friction fit, you no longer need a magnet.
Wow,
so we're
that's
divorcing
great.
from the magnet. That friction literally makes this one, so you can free up your hand to pierce the substrate without your screw wobbling and falling down on the ground. And
been there.
now you got to pick it all up with a magnet and all that fun jazz. And the second step is this red piece here that swivels. This is a depth setter, and so for any metal or any product that expands and contracts seasonally, you'll see these expansion nailing flange holes here. And what that means is as stable as steel is, it's still, over 100-degree swing, it's still going to move a couple hundred thousandths of an inch.
Right.
And so to avoid any kind of buckling or any kind of issue there, you want the siding to float on the roof, on the wall. And so to get it to float, this depth setter will send it in and then uncam when this washer here hits the wall. It'll uncam and leave the perfect distance off, so it'll float indefinitely. And
that makes so much sense.
No callbacks from people pinning the siding too tight. I mean, labor constraints are real throughout our industry.
Very much.
And so we're just trying to take out variables to make it easier to install. We'll be selling these starting in April.
Okay.
So we're taking pre-orders now.
Is there a special name for that piece?
This is called Secure Fast.
Secure Fast. I love it. So you know what to ask for.
Absolutely. So if you ever did have a wall that was not quite straight, quarter twist, this red cap comes off, and now it exposes the bit so you could back a screw back out if you needed.
That's great. And that just goes into whatever your drill or whatever you may be using, your impact. Yeah.
Yep.
So cool. And I tell you what, great stuff, Nick. Thank you. We're so happy we found you guys and get all your information out here.
Absolutely. Grateful to have the opportunity to talk with you.
Oh, we love it. Great products. I tell you what, this is the kind of stuff you're finding at the International Builder Show. We're so grateful and happy to have EDCO on here and showing us all their new products. So watch for them. You never know. We may have them on the coffee shops, and you can definitely find them at your website.
EDCOproducts.com.
EDCOproducts.com.
Yes.
There you go. We'll be back soon with more conversations. See you soon.